Hey YouTube, this is David, Richter Scale Studios. This is a little update on the tail of two dreadnoughts I've been working on. This is the Mark V I stripped down, and everything's magnetized as you saw in the previous parts. We're basically just doing base coats right now, but now I am starting on the battle damage. As you can see, these magnetized parts here. What I'm using is like ice, kind of ice mixed blue. What I'm doing the hard edge highlighting with, and that's the underscore, I guess, of the battle damage. And then going in with like a black and an imperial, like I'm using game color imperial blue and a black, and getting that upper edge of that damage in there, and then filling it in with I believe it's dark flesh. So just giving it like that kind of the whether that brown undercoat or maybe a little bit of rust underneath it. Like I said, these are in the early stages. Then there's going to be a oil wash done on these eventually. But so far it's looking pretty good. And the bases are done. I went in there. Craft paint as usual. I use on most of my bases. I don't want to waste my good paint. I believe that's like a red oxide I started with, washed it. Then hit it with a terracotta, then like a beige sand color to highlight it up and give it those highlights on it. Looking pretty good. Let me show you the Mark IV. He's still not glued down. I haven't even started the battle damage on him yet. You can see like one of the weapons has been battle damaged a little bit. Not complete yet. I'm still working on that one. And everything's still magnetized on this, like the searchlights and all the weapons. And he's magnetized at the thing, so he's a little posable too. And then this is the base I did a tutorial on a while ago, making my own slate. And this is the one that was the 60 millimeter. It was kind of done like an alien blue. But I wanted these kind of be matching my army. So this is what the same kind of color scheme as the other one, but with the different textures of the rock and all that. It came out slightly different. It doesn't have all the flat edges like this one does. So it does have quite a bit difference, but it's kind of look at what happens when you have two different complete textures to work with. But I still like the way this one turned out. That slate is still awesome when I made it kind of like it's sticking out of the grown out of the ground in weird directions, still kind of an alien type of thing, or some weird rock formations. So that's turned out pretty nice. And then you see, like I did, these rocket launchers are almost done with the white with red tips. And that is it for now. It is a lot of work doing the battle damage. It's basically 3 different types of paint, and then you go in there and you still touch them up a little bit because you don't like the way the damage is laying. Let me get this one back in here. I think you can take all these off. There's areas I've noticed that I went through before the first 2 colors and didn't fill in with the like up in here and stuff. I need to go back in and get it filled in, but it's looking pretty good. And I believe this is called Trompe-l'œil. It's T. I'll put it up somewhere in the description somewhere how to spell it. It's a French term for tricking the eye. So you're basically trying to do a 3D effect on a with a 2D paint, obviously. Because this is all, it's not, I wish you could see that well with this camera. I'm using the regular camera. You can see right there. It just looks like it's cut into the paint. Yeah, it does look pretty good. And I'm probably going to do more on this, but then the oil wash will knock it back a little bit, make it a little more mellow. Hopefully not too much. Did some of the feet. And I might go in there with more of the dark flesh and just trim those edges down. One of the things about when you're doing battle damage, you want those edges really, really fine that just barely catch the eye. I think that one's pretty good. This is where I did the magnet and still didn't turn out very, so I tried to make that like it's damaged up there, so it's like a deep hole with pitted. And I might go with a little bit of metallics, but I'm not really into that, but it'll be just to see like some fresh metal in some spots. Maybe the larger areas will be like a little tinge of metal there or there. So that'll be it on this update of the Tale of Two Dreadnoughts. And there should be an update on the orcs again. I did one that I did a while ago. Then I was working on those Terminators for the Salamander army. I kind of put everything else off for a while and kind of catching up now. So I will see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me.